Hello, welcome to the chapter 3 review for Math 104. So I'm going to do this in a couple parts, just so you're aware. So there might be some starting and stopping. So the beginning of chapter 3, we practice how to draw coordinates on a graph because that's going to help us be able to graph some of the algebraic concepts that we've been working with. So it says give the coordinates of each point in the graph. So there are 4 points. There's a lot of multiple choice on this review. So we can see that there's 1 point at a -2 and 2. So that means either A or C have a -2 and 2. Let's see what other point we have. We have 1 and 0. And so it looks like A is our correct choice there. And okay. So let's move on to question number 2. So it says find the equation of the graph. And notice in XYZ, they've been wanting you to put everything into the standard format as well. So we can see here, the y-intercept is at 0, 5, which is nice, but we can see that. So let's just write down what we know. And then this x-intercept, we can't really see. It looks like it's at 6.5 or 7.5. 7/2. So it looks like the x-intercept is at 7/2. I'm sorry, 15/2 and 0, which would also be 7.5 and 0. That's what that looks like there for the x-intercept. Okay, so if we were to find use those 2 points for our equation, we could put that into y minus 0. I'm going to use this point here. Equals this. Oh, we don't have the slope, do we? So we need to know the slope to be able to use our point slope form. So that's going to be 5 minus 0 over 0 minus 7.5. So we know it's a negative slope. So it's a -5 over 7.5. And then x minus the x that goes with this 7.5 here. So I'm using the point slope form, knowing my slope is 7.5 and down 5. Okay, so this is y equals, I'm going to distribute through my slope. So this is a -5x over 7.5. A negative times a negative is a positive. And then I'm going to have a -5 times 7.5 over 7.5. So that's good. Those 7.5s cancel out. So we have y equals a -5x over 7.5 plus a -5. So 7.5, I'm just gonna rewrite. It's really 15/2, or multiplying this by 2 over 15. So we have y equals a -10x over 15 minus 5. So if we multiply through by 15, actually, let's reduce this fraction here. So it's y equals a negative 2x over 3 minus 5. That'll be better. And it's gonna go with our, one of our choices better too. So if we multiply through by 3, we'll have 3y equals, this 3 will cancel, so we'll have a negative 2x minus 15 when we multiply through by 3. Because remember, we have to eliminate the fraction because of the format that they want us in. So when we add our 2x to both sides, we get 3y plus 2x equals a negative 15. And this one is weird because they just wrote it different. They took the negative over, they wanted the x to be in front here, so that would be a positive 15. Let's see, I think I'm missing a negative here. Oh, this is a positive. And that should be a positive, and that should be a positive, positive, positive. Okay, so it is 3x plus 2, 3y plus 2x equals 15. So it should be letter D. So a lot of work for multiple choice, but we got there. Okay. So let's look at question number 3. Question 3 is just asking us to find the slope of this graph. So we really can just find I'm going to identify 2 points that are integers, and we're going to count how many steps it takes to get to the next point. So from this point here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So X is going to the right 5. And then Y is going 1, 2, up 2. So your slope is always your change in Y over your change in X. So 2 over 5. So that should be letter D. Question number 4 says the slope of any line perpendicular to the line that contains these 2 points. So what we know about perpendicular lines is that the new slope 2 is the negative reciprocal of the slope 1. So we have to find slope 1 first. The slope 1 is going to be a negative 4 subtracting 2 over 5 subtracting a negative 6. A negative 4 subtracting 2 over 5 subtracting negative 6. So a negative 6 over a positive 11 is M1. So M2 is going to be the opposite sign. So it's going to be positive. So it could be either A or C, but it has to be the reciprocal of M1. So it's going to be 11 over 6. So it's letter C. Question number 5 says, if A, B, and C are integers, then an equation in standard form can be written as this. And it's always this letter D right here. AX plus BY equals C. Let's look at number 6 and then we'll pause for a moment. So 6 says, what will be the slope of the line in this graph? So when we learned about slopes, we learned that this one is like going up an elevator. So it's an undefined slope. There's no change in X. So there's no change in X. So catch me back for the next part of the video.